Hey everybody, this is LaRhonda and I'm back with another video. And today's video is going to be about interracial dating and black women dating outside of our race. Not too long ago, I came across this book called Is Marriage for White People by Ralph Richard Banks. And in that book, he basically discussed the idea of black women staying within the black community when it comes to dating and how that has fared for us in our marriage rates over, the last, I guess, 50 years or whatever the time frame was. I have not finished reading the book, but it brought up a good question for me as someone who has always, even since I was in middle school, thought that, never really thought about race in the same way or thought about the fact that I should or shouldn't stay within the black community or whatever when it comes to who I dated. I've always been a person that was kind of outside of the norm. Like, when it comes to who I liked. Like, I remember when I was in, I think, seventh grade, I used to like a guy who was Korean. I also liked some black boys in fourth grade, and I liked a guy that was a white guy in eighth grade. So like there was always a variety of people that I was interested in. When I went to college, I dated or went out with some men from Africa. I used to like a guy who was a Jewish guy from New York City. So there's always some different type of men that I've always been interested in, and it's never been a hang up of mine. And recently, going through the comments that I got when I did my video about black women and dating discrimination and seeing how so often black women are not chosen, not just by other races of men, but also by black men. I felt like if I was ever going to find love, that I could not, and that it was no longer advantageous for me to close myself off to just being in the box of only dating black men alone. And that in order for me to give myself a better chance of finding love, that I better open up and expand and be open to men of all races, regardless of whatever society says I should do and how much I'm going to be judged by certain people in different communities about who I choose to date and who I choose to love. Now, of course, I'm a person that believes that people should be able to love whoever they want to love and be with whoever they want to be with, regardless of race, creed, color, sexual orientation, whatever. I believe that people should be able to love and be with who they want to be with. And that includes me as a black woman deciding that I am not going to box myself into just being with black men. Knowing what I know and seeing what I've seen in this dating world, how I am not always the one that black men choose. And I'm also not always the one that other men choose, but at least one thing I know is whenever I go over to Europe, I don't have a hard time swiping in these countries and meeting up with someone and having a nice date and sitting down having a nice conversation. Seems like there are men that value a black woman and her beauty and her style and her elegance and the things that she brings to the table. And that may not be the case for every man in every country or whatever, but I do find that when I go over to certain countries outside of the United States or outside of Puerto Rico where I live, I have no problem dating and finding men that are interested in me and find me attractive and beautiful and smart and intelligent. And that's what I love, and they may not always be black. And so at this point in my life, I don't have the luxury of turning a man down just because his skin is not as dark as mine. It's just not a luxury for me. I'm 40 years old, and if I do want to find love, I need to make sure that I'm open to love in whatever form that is. Of course, within reason. Everybody has their deal breakers and things that they absolutely need and can't live without. But for me, skin color is not one of those things. So if someone's treating me right and caring about me and taking an interest in me, and I feel the same about them, If their skin color is not the same as mine, that's not a deal breaker for me. That's not even important to me. Because at the end of the day, love is love, and skin color doesn't play any factor into that for me. So, that's just what I think. I think we as Black women need to like open ourselves up to love, at however that is offered to us. You never know what that's going to be like out here in this world, and what kind of person is going to cross your path that might absolutely blow your socks off. So anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, share it and subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And if you have any comments about interracial dating and a success story that maybe you want to share in the comments, let me know about it. Let me know how you met your guy and how that's working out for you. In the meantime, I will see you in the next video. Happy dating, everybody. Bye-bye.